probably should have brought a few more layers, but it's like 40 degrees, a little windy. Wind chill probably makes it feel a little colder, but I am finally setting up a new board. It's another M-Core board from Madrid Skateboards. And speaking of those M-Core boards, guys, I do have to correct myself because when I first was showing you this one, I told you like that material in the middle was carbon fiber. It turns out it is not carbon fiber. It's called high density laminate. So it is still like 6 plies of wood, and then the middle ply is high density laminate, which does make the board lighter, and it definitely makes this board stronger. Just so I can show you guys that high density laminate in the middle. Honestly, like, I'm so impressed with how many sessions I got out of this deck. It's still in decent condition. I just like when I start getting razor tail like this on the end, and like when it starts to like that little chip in there too. When I pop, I could feel that chip under my foot, and that really bothers me. So for me personally, even if I had to buy a board, this would be when I would be replacing it. I get yelled at all the time for throwing away product. People are always like, I can use that. So listen, dude, if you feel like you can get some use out of this board, it is gonna be here at this skate park in Franklin, New Jersey. I'll show you guys. I'll go put it like under the ledge over there later. But what's really impressive about this M-Core board is, you know, I know I've said it in other videos too, like I set this board up on January 15th. Obviously, like, I film the videos a couple days before you guys actually see them. Today is actually February 2nd. That is a really long time. Like, not just that long, but I've also been skating, like, every single day. Like, I landed in California on the 13th. And when I was in Cali, I was skating, like, all day, every day, like sun up to like sundown. So this board made it through all of those sessions. Then when I got back on the 23rd, I'm skating every day in the cold and the crusty New Jersey spots, and this board held up through all of that too. And somebody made a comment, M-Core kind of seems like Madrid's flight deck. I guess, yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. It is definitely lighter and stronger than like a normal average 7-ply skateboard. And I feel like these M-Core boards are a little more affordable than the Powell flight decks too. I definitely recommend giving them a shot. I know like when I first jumped on a flight deck, the one downside I found to it was like it didn't actually feel like a traditional skateboard. It kind of felt like, you know, you got to get used to it at first, and then people end up really liking them because they last so long. But with the M-Core board, it does feel, you know, just like wood, like a traditional regular skateboard, and that's something I really appreciate about it. I am just editing right now. I was going to skate outside today, but it is like 18 degrees outside. The wind is at 22 miles per hour, which makes it feel like 2 degrees. Oh, and to make it worse, it's actually sunny outside. And you can see the sun shining through the windows. So that's like a double You signed with love, New Jersey. P.S. You should have went to college and moved out of this state a long time ago. I am gonna be trying this trick inside today, but I'm not gonna try that trick up here. I am gonna go downstairs to my kitchen. And I've skated in here before and have totally like messed up and scoffed up the floors, and I am not trying to do that anymore, so I do have this big old carpet here that I could use to try this trick. I'm attempting to learn Casper stall, like flip it over, stall in it, but actually stall in it, balance it. I don't want my heel to be like touching the ground, in hopes of maybe one day I can learn Casper slides like on a manual pad or something. Also a good spot to practice those old stationary challenges if you remember those. Shout out Vintage Seltzer, the most bubbles. Y'all are sponsoring, hit me up. That was really hard. I didn't even really feel like I was balanced. I don't think I touched, but I'm gonna try to get a cleaner one. You know what I'm saying, dude? Kitchen sessions when it's too cold outside. Hit that subscribe button. Lots more winter skateboarding coming your way because it's not March or April or May. Not yet. Another 3 months for us to wait, but it'll be fine. We're gonna go skate. Ooh, that was a poem.